Good to start. Kyle?
Yeah.
It says
I think it's recording, so.
yeah.
Yeah, he said it was.
Okay, let's take a chance. Is it okay?
Are we streaming, Kyle?
Sorry, I was on me. I'm checking that right now.
No, because the hordes of people want to see this. I know that it is what
Absolutely. Must see TV.
About to go viral. We have to hurry.
So Kyle, we have two messages that it's recording and webinar, so
Mhm.
Okay, good. Yes,
I think so.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's going. The
Okay.
the light is red.
yeah. Okay. Good morning. As board chair, I would like to call to order this agenda review workshop meeting of the Florida Virtual School Board of Trustees. The purpose of the workshop is to develop and discuss proposed agenda items which may be presented to the board for consideration and potential action at its next quarterly meeting on March 25th, 2025. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I welcome everyone in attendance and I thank my fellow board members, FLVS's CEO, and all FLVS staff members who have prepared us for today's workshop. With that stated, let's proceed with the roll call. Mr. Moore, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Linda Ryder,
Here.
Dr. Tony Arsa. And Dr. Arsa is here.
Roll for a second. Okay, he's back on.
Okay.
Dr. Arza, did you get a chance to say here?
No, I didn't have the connection, so here.
Mr. Robert Canarins,
Here.
Mr. Ed Pasquale,
Here.
Ms. Nursey Radcliffe,
Here.
and Dr. John Wartrett.
Here.
Thank you. Next, I will open the floor for any opening remarks of the co-chair and fellow board members. Dr. Arza, do you have any opening remarks?
No opening remarks. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for all the preparation.
Thank you. Board member Cranarans?
Yeah, ditto that. I appreciate all the prep that goes into this and look forward to today.
Thank you. Board member Pizzoli?
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's well, and thanks for all the preparation coming in today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Board member Radcliffe?
Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to be here, and I too just appreciate everybody's dedication and thank you for all that's been done.
Thank you. Board member Dr. Watchett?
And I'll just echo everything else that everyone said. It's good to get all the materials ahead of time and you're able to go through them. So thanks for all the work.
And I will second everybody. Thank you very much for all the prep. Now we will turn to Dr. Algaze to lead today's presentation and discussion of proposed agenda items. Dr. Algaze?
Thank you, Board Chair Ryder. The goal of today's workshop is to review the proposed agenda for the March 25th, 2025 quarterly board meeting, and I'm going to take us through our leadership team's proposed agenda items with you, and I'm happy to answer any questions along the way. So item 2 will be the approval of minutes, and we're going to request approval for the Board of Trustees December 3rd, 2024 quarterly board meeting minutes, and for the minutes of today's workshop meeting, February 25th, 2025, agenda review workshop meeting minutes. Section 3 will be the public comment section. And then section 4, I'll present the CEO report. March 25th CEO comments, reports, and presentations will include 4 agenda items. 4.1, Ms. Corey Wheeler, Senior Director of Financial and Treasury Services, will present the quarterly financial report for the period ending December 31st, 2024. And she'll also introduce the audited financial report for fiscal year 23-24. And then 4.3, Ms. Beth Bruner, the manager of the FLVS Foundation, will share with you the FLVS Foundation's March 2025 quarterly report. And for 4.4, as usual, I'll present the FLVS student highlights. Section 5 for proposed consent will be contracts. We currently have 4 proposed consent contract agenda item for the board's consideration and approval. And Ms. Joanne Sarah, who's available right now, will be going through them at this time. Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Algaze, and good morning, board members. I did sneak one additional item on under Dr. Algaze's nose last night that he's not aware of. So I have 4 items, plus there's one additional contracts consent that you'll hear about. The first item I have is for 5.1, the RFP award of online driver education, testing integration services with optional course. We're requesting the board to approve the award and authorize the CEO's execution of the contract with Nucleus Driver Tech, Inc. for these services. We posted the RFP June 18th, 2024 for the integration with optional course. On August 15th, the evaluation committee scored and ranked 4 proposals and shortlisted the top 3 for advancement to the interview stage. Upon conclusion of the interviews on August 22nd, the evaluation committee selected Nucleus Driver Tech as the top ranked respondent. The integrations FLVS is seeking with this solicitation is the connection from the online driver education course to State Department of Motor Vehicles for students to take the state required tests to meet the requirements to obtain a learner's license or learner's permit. We currently have this integration with our course in Florida. However, we are seeking a new provider that could offer similar integrations outside Florida to expand the course offering into our Flex Point side of the house. In addition, we are seeking a solution offering a more advanced platform that includes dashboards with key data for teachers and parents to monitor a student's progress through the course and through the testing process. Any questions on the driver education? And one more thing to add. We are moving forward with the optional course component. We're going to start off with a new driver's ed course in addition to the one that we currently offer. That is more of it's the class with a lab component. We're looking to have some simulations added into the course for a more expanded offering that will be launched as a pilot this coming school year. As we transition to the additional driver's ed course the next school year. The term of the contract will be 3 years with 3 optional 1-year renewals. Any questions on that item? Okay, hearing none, I will move on to 5.2, which is our standard item that I have as a placeholder for an increase in contract spend authority. I do anticipate having items under this, so this will be an active agenda item for the March board. I anticipate bringing United Safety Council. They are the providers for our behind-the-wheel instruction for students in Orange, Polk, and Brevard counties. This contract had a 5-year term that is expiring June 30th, 2025. However, we have 3 optional 1-year renewals we intend to exercise. I'm asking for each optional renewal period an additional spending authority of $4,125,000 for each year. Please note that FLVS is reimbursed 100% of these funds by the local counties using Dory-Schlossberg funds. Any questions on that item? Okay. In addition, I do anticipate an increase with Teleforce for our call center. They've requested a market increase of 6.3% over our current rate due to the increase in wages and other overhead. This is a market increase that is allowable under the contract. Another item I do anticipate under the increase in spend authority is driversed.com. I know we just heard about Driver's Ed. Driversed.com is our current provider for the course. As we transition with the new provider, we are requesting a 2-year extension for that to implement that implementation plan. As we've mentioned with Nucleus, we're going to start off with a pilot this current year, which means we need to continue with our current vendor for the existing course. Any questions on the increase in spend authority items?
Yeah, I just have one question. Is there what
Sure.
was the logic in not putting that back out to an RFP, these services?
Which services specifically? The United Safety Council was awarded by an RFP, and in the RFP, we contemplated the ability to have the extensions.
Then we're exercising our 1-year renewal options. Why didn't we decide to go back out? Was there a reason, a logic behind deciding to exercise our 1-year renewal?
The market price that we pay under United Safety Council is well below what's available on the market. We could look at doing that for next year. It's honestly, we just had the available renewals and the market price is been well below what the courses are that a student could get.
Mm.
Teleforce, we are evaluating that. That's a larger uplift to make a transition. We are looking at options to potentially bring that in-house or look at another provider. So that one is under evaluation. And driversed.com, we did put that out for RFP, and we're extending that again just for the transition period between the two vendors because it is such a large course, a lot of integrations.
Okay. No, yeah, I mean, the thing was just to make sure that the logic behind it was that if 5 years ago, right, the price that we had was more affordable for Floridians, then it makes sense to keep. Just wanted to make sure that we were.
Absolutely. We're always looking at that when we look at those optional renewals, what the market is. And our contracted rates under that is still well below what the market is. So it's been to our benefit to have the longer term contract because obviously 5 years ago, pre the wage increases and inflation, we've had better pricing.
Which is great. Thank you.
You're welcome. The next item on the agenda is the item that we bring pretty standard in March is our annual benefits program approval. This board agenda item encompasses our full group benefits package. We have the medical benefits, which are still under contract. We offer a group medical plan with 2 different medical PPOs that employees may choose from. One plan is a lower premium, higher deductible plan, an HRA, and the other is an employer. Sorry, I'm mixed up my things. We offer 2 different medical PPO plans from which employees may choose. FLVS utilizes Florida Blue for administrative services only. All other lines of coverage offered by FLVS are fully insured products. This past December, we did issue a request for proposal for our insurance coverage for group vision insurance. Humana Insurance Company was the highest ranked respondent, bringing the best value to FLVS. The initial term of the contract will be 3 years with 2 optional 1-year renewals. This contract is currently under negotiation, but will be ready for the March board. In addition, we have the ancillary benefit programs for 25-26, which still includes dental. We have no change in coverages or rates. Humana is the current provider awarded under an RFP. That contract expires June 30th and has 1 optional 1-year renewal remaining. That is both employer and employee paid. We have a vision, which I just mentioned is under the RFP, and we're negotiating a new contract for vision. We do anticipate offering some expanded benefits to our employees under that new RFP award. The accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity were marketed by Gallagher Benefits Group, resulting in an award to Lincoln National Life Insurance Company. There'd be no change in the employer paid rates. However, we will be receiving a $20,000 implementation credit to cover the administrative costs associating with the change to a new provider. And finally, under ancillary benefits, we have voluntary life, accidental death, long-term disability, and short-term disability. These programs have no change in coverage. Again, this was also awarded by an RFP. A contract with Lincoln National Corporation. This expires June 30th, 2026 with no remaining renewals. Given that we just recently made the change for the accidental critical illness and hospital indemnity, they have agreed to decrease our rates on this program 8%. It's looking at it as a bundle. And finally, stop loss policy will be presented to the board at the next quarterly meeting in June. They need 9 months of coverage before they can market that, or 9 months of claims rather, before they can market that. So you will see the stop loss policy come back in June. Any questions? Okay. And finally, the last item that, again, I snuck in is a placeholder for ACT Education Corp. Master License Agreement. We currently have an agreement that was a 3-year agreement that is expiring where we license courses related to peer counseling and leadership skills from ACT, which is formerly Maui. We are requesting the board's approval to enter into a one-year contract with 3 optional one-year renewals for this contract. This one, again, is also under negotiations. Any questions on that item? Okay, thank you very much. That's all I have for today.
Thank you, Joanne. And as you can see from this nose, nothing can really get under it too easily. So Mr. Moore, who's on top of everything, had let me know about this additional addition to this.
Great, thank you.
I take issue with that. There's a lot that can get under it.
All right, thank you. Last item under that section is 5.5, which includes our FLVS employee contract templates. And the templates provide employment contracts for different roles in the organization. They're regularly reviewed and updated in accordance with applicable state and federal laws and regulations. Section 6 for proposed consent will be annual reports and forms that we bring every year. We're going to present 4 reports for approval as consent agenda items. 6.1 is the 25 through 28 district English language learners, or ELL plan. We're required to submit a school district ELL plan, which describes the proposed procedures and methodologies for serving ELL students. The plan includes standards for school program entry, exit, and post reclassification monitoring, a description of instructional, categorical, and student services, provisions for and plans to employ qualified staff, and evidence of consultation with a parent leadership council or other advisory board representative of parents of ELL students. The plan must be approved by the Florida Department of Education prior to its implementation. Item 6.2 is for the approval of reappointment of FLVS Foundation Board of Directors members. As a non-for-profit corporation, the foundation is governed by its own board of directors. According to the FLVS board policy, candidates for members on the foundation's board of directors must be approved by the FLVS board of trustees. We will be asking for consent approval of the reappointment of 2 members of the foundation board of directors, Ms. Monica Gardoni and Mr. Mike Miller. Item 6.3 is our FLVS quarterly staff data report, and this report summarizes personnel actions over the prior quarter of our fiscal year. 6.4 is our disposal of assets. The facility departments has determined that the assets in the attached spreadsheet qualify for disposal in accordance with Florida statute. These assets are fully depreciated in accordance with FLVS depreciation schedules or were expensed at the time of acquisition as non-capitalized, and they are either unfit for FLVS use or are excess items. These items will be disposed of in a manner that best fits the needs of the organization, up to and including an open sale, donation to another school district, or otherwise as specified in Florida statute. Payment of the items will be made to FLVS and accounted for in the general fund if there are any items that are sold. Any questions on any of the consent items? Section 7 will be proposed discussion finance matters. We'll have 5 financial items for the board's proposed discussion agenda. 7.1 is the fiscal year 24-25 budget amendment number 3 for the quarter. 7.2 will cover the FLVS 25-26 omnibus salary schedule. 7.3 is for the instructional personnel compensation adjustment. 7.4 is the performance pay plan for eligible support staff. And 7.5 is the FlexPoint sales performance pay plan for fiscal year 25-26. And Ms. Corey Wheeler will review these items at the March 25th quarterly board meeting. Any questions about any of those? All right, section 8 for proposed discussion will be FLVS board policies, first reading, policy revisions and repeals. We'll have a number of these for first reading. We'll request the board's authorization to publish the text and provide public notice of a hearing on these proposed policies, policy revisions and repeals. Karen Chastain, our Deputy General Counsel, will review these at the March 25th quarterly board meeting. And there will probably be more added to that list by the time we get to March meeting. Section 9 will also have a number of proposed board policy revisions and repeals that we will put forward for the board's hearing and adoption in agenda item. And these are the ones that were previously approved back in the quarterly meeting in December. Section 10 will turn over to Dr. David D'Agata for any comments or reports he may have from the Office of General Counsel. And Section 11 will be closing and adjournment. Thank you, everyone, for participating in today's workshop. March 25th quarterly board meeting agenda will be timely posted for the public. Board members are welcome to contact me directly as always with any questions or for clarifications from today's discussions. And I'll hand it back over to Board Chair Ryder for any closing remarks and to formally adjourn the meeting. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Algaze. Board members, do you have any questions or comments?
No.
I
Okay.
apologize. I don't know what happened there. It spit me out and I just was able to get back in.
Oh, okay. Do you have any questions? No, you're good?
No, I mean, it was just this last minute here, but
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Having reviewed the proposed agenda for our March 25th, 2025 quarterly meeting, we will now proceed with closing remarks and adjournment. First, I will turn to our co-chair, Dr. Arza. Do you have any closing remarks?
No, just, in light of, the governor, talking about, trying to have Doge mentality in Florida, I think it's important for our entire team to just make sure we're reviewing all the contracts we have, that there's no redundancies as an organization. And, I know we're a great team and I'm sure that we are, but, we always can do a better job of making sure that we're spending taxpayer dollars in a fiduciary way. So just want to make that comment. So thank you.
Thank you. Board Member Cornarens?
No, nice report. Everything's looking good. I appreciate all the efforts.
Thank you. Board Member Pozzoli?
With respect to the Doge, I want to pick up what Dr. Arza said. We probably also need to begin, I know we do this already, segment out between what we do in state versus out of state. And we also probably need to protect and justify the level of reserve funds that we have. Dr. A, I think there needs to be a plan put in place to deal with that. And lastly, beware of just anything that could be potentially subject to review or question on that, or scrutiny within our organization. I think that's kind of important. That appears to be the direction the governor's office going in.
Thank you. Board Member Radcliffe?
yes, thank you. And I appreciate the comments, Dr. Arza and Mr. Pozzoli. So I agree with you on that. And thank you for a well-prepared meeting.
Thank you. Dr. Watchett?
No, I'm the same. I agree with what's been said, and this is a time to really take note of how we spend and what we do. It's going to be important.
Thank you. And I agree with everything that's just been said. And I want to thank everyone also for the prep and for helping us with this meeting and with everything coming up for the board meeting. Does the general counsel have any closing remarks?
None, other than that we've had a built-in Doge since our 2019 recommendations. And I'll tell you, one of the signs of it is the point raised by board member Pozzoli with the reserve funds. We take that to heart. But I'll echo everyone else's comments when it comes to the streamlining, and we are definitely looking to out-of-state practices as well.
Thank you. This concludes today's agenda review workshop meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
I'll
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. And once again, thank everyone who attended and prepared us for today's meeting. I look forward to seeing you on March 25th. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you all.
Thanks, everyone.
all.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a great week, everyone.
See ya.